Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast, a podcast for anyone who wants to build an entrepreneurial mindset. Have you ever heard the statement, you will never outperform your self-image? Today was the last day of the John Maxwell team's International Maxwell Certification Virtual Conference, and there was a star of speakers lined up for the last day. Paul Martinelli, one of my mentors, was one of the speakers today, and he made amazing points as always, but he spoke about self-image, and he was talking about that we will never outperform our self-image, or usually when we don't perform to our goal, we perform to our self-image. And what is self-image, by the way? Self-image is your image about yourself in terms of your capabilities, your skills, what you can do, what you cannot do, about your fears, your strengths, right? But basically it is your own image of what you can or cannot do, basically. And this image is created over several years. The maximum impact on this image happens when we are small, when we are up to the age 7, 8, when our conscious mind has not been developed as yet. So anything that we hear is kind of typed into our subconscious mind. And as you know, I've mentioned this several times, that subconscious mind doesn't have a backspace or a delete button, right? So whatever enters your subconscious mind becomes reality for you. And if you keep hearing something from an authoritative figure repetitively, it gets ingrained even deeper. So if you had parents, siblings, teachers who always motivated you and said, you are good, you are the best, you're going to be great, you're going to be good, very good in school, make a great living, then that's what you will believe about yourself, and that's what your self-image will become. But if you grew up in an environment, where, you were always reminded that you are dumb and you can't study well, you won't be anything in your life, you won't be able to be rich, then you start believing that. So that's what the subconscious mind is. And up to the age 7, 8, the conscious mind is not developed. The conscious mind is the filter through which things enter into your subconscious mind. Okay. So when you don't have a conscious mind, which basically is logical, analytical, all thoughts generate in the conscious mind. And when you hear something, and whether you can accept it or reject it, when that filter doesn't exist, everything goes into the subconscious mind. So later in your childhood, you start building your conscious mind, and eventually you start realizing, tooth fairies, Santa Claus, all these things are make-believe. And you start forming opinions about the world, about your environment, and about yourself. Now, what happens is, when you set goals, the objective of setting goals is always to set big, audacious goals, right? Goals that you should get scared about to achieve. But what happens most of the time is people set goals based on their self-image or their self-worth of what they think they can achieve. So your potential may be that you can make $10 million a year, but because you don't think of yourself that way, you settle with $100,000 a year. And that is what happens. That is what you achieve, because your subconscious mind is your autopilot, right? Most of us live our lives where 95% of the work that we do on a daily basis is done through the subconscious mind in an autopilot mode. Only 5% is conscious. And that is obviously for several reasons. One of the reasons is that the conscious mind has finite capacity. The subconscious mind has infinite capacity, and it can go and achieve whatever you want to. It doesn't understand good, bad, ugly. It just executes on your command that comes to the conscious mind through thinking and imagination and visualization, right? So if we want to really achieve a lot and achieve our dreams and goals, which is outside our comfort zone, then we have to unlearn and relearn certain things. We have to unlearn about our limiting beliefs. We have to unlearn our own self-image, and go and acquire new capabilities, new understanding of our self-worth so that we can go out and achieve. Now, most of the answers that you're looking for are within you. The answers don't exist outside. If you don't look within for an answer, you will be without an answer. Interesting, isn't it? If you don't look for an answer within, you will be without an answer. So you have to search within yourself, inside of you, for whatever you're seeking in the physical world, right? Because everything starts with a thought. Our physical world where we are today is a direct physical manifestation of our thoughts. Now, I know that kind of sounds a bit harsh maybe, that we are here today based on the choices and thoughts that we made in the past life. But I think it is liberating, because if where you are today in life is because of what choices and decisions you made and the thoughts you had in the past, then it's very easy. You just change your thoughts and decisions and choices, and you will achieve a future that you want to, right? That is liberating for me. It doesn't matter where you are today. Where you are today is your fact. It is not your truth. If the fact is that you are making $100,000 a year, that's a fact. But your potential is to make $10 million a year. That is the truth. Now you need to bridge the gap between this fact today and the truth that you want in the future. And there are several ways of going about it, right? The environment affects us a lot. We need to change the environment. We need to change the people that we mingle with a lot, because our environment allows us to think of what we are thinking. So if we want to make $10 million a year, we got to start mingling with people who do that and reach out to them for mentorship and support. That is the only way. Unless we don't change our environment, things will not change for us. If you don't change the environment will change you. That is profound. Think about it. So if most of the answers lie within, then how do you change what is within to achieve your truth, your true potential? Now that's an interesting question. So to change yourself within, you have to change the way you behave. You have to change your habits. You have to change your rituals. You have to give up a lot of things in your life around television, social media, hanging out with friends, and spend more time on activities that will help you get closer and closer to your dreams and goals. And that's the price that you have to pay. There is no prize without a price, right? So if you think about that, now, how can you modify your behavior so that it sticks, right? So Paul Martinelli made another comment, and he said that behavior modification does not get it done. Now, I'll tell you why he said that. He didn't explain this, but I'm trying to connect the dots. When you are trying to modify your behavior, whatever new things you're trying to teach yourself are going to be in conflict. If they are trying to make yourself better, it is going to be in conflict with the things or the thoughts in your subconscious mind. And when these two things become incongruous, right? When you are inserting new thoughts and habits which are incongruous with your belief system will always win, because it is easier for it to be that way. That's the comfort zone, right? So it's not easy to change your subconscious mind based on modifying your behavior. So how do you go about doing it? And I think that is where I was thinking a lot today, and I was trying to connect the dots. And you have to start within. In psychocybernetics, Dr. Maxwell Maltz talks about that humans are goal-striving machines. So you have to have great goals, right? James Clear in his book Atomic Habits talks about that if you want new habits and rituals to stick, you have to base those habits on who you want to become, not what you want to achieve. You have to change your identity for the habits and rituals to stick. Now, what is your identity? Your identity is your set of belief systems, your self-image, your self-worth. So unless you change what you want to become in terms of your identity, like I want to be a great father to my children, I want to be financially free in the next 4 years, by making $10 million a year. I want to be healthy so that I can live a longer, healthier life and will be around longer for my children and for my grandchildren. Those are new identities. What kind of a lifestyle I want to live these questions lead to the new identities that you want to set up for yourself. Unless you are willing to change your identity, things will not change. And identity change happens from within. And when you start changing your identity, which means you're changing your subconscious mind slowly and slowly, then the new thing that you're adding to your subconscious mind through your conscious mind, through your thoughts, through your logic, through your analytics, then that thought now will slowly and slowly become congruent with your new belief system. And only then things will be in harmony. And when things are in harmony, you will move forward faster. Now, you cannot go about changing your identity with the same thought process. If your thought process has allowed you to make $100,000 a year, but you want to make $10 million, you don't have the thought process to make $10 million. You don't. Your entire self-image, your belief system, your subconscious mind, your self-worth is all limiting you to be only in the $100,000 a year category. To make the leap towards $10 million a year, you will need to hire a coach. A coach will be able to help you to rediscover yourself, to create an awareness and help you unlock the potential and give you clarity in what you're trying to achieve so that the pathway to your goals is more clearly defined. That is what a coach does, right? A coach can come in and help you find your new identity. Now, this is a third party. This is a person outside who can help you rediscover your hidden potential, your infinite potential. And you all know, we all have unlimited potential. We just need to own it. We need to overcome our fear. We need to overcome our limiting self-beliefs. And we cannot do this by ourselves. We need help from someone external to help us dig deeper within to find and unlock things for us so that we can move forward. That is why behavior modification doesn't work. That is why behavior modification will not allow you to impact your self-image and to help you improve it so that you can achieve more. You have to go inside to change your identity first. Once you are clear, once you have clarity of what kind of lifestyle you want to live, what kind of an identity you want to have, what kind of a legacy you want to leave behind, that will help you find your purpose. And then that will allow the initiation of the change that you're looking for to achieve your dreams and goals. Identity modification is the key, not behavior modification. I hope this helps. I hope this inspires you to think deeper, to go within the heart of your hearts to really find what your true purpose is. And if you need help finding your purpose, do let me know. I help people find their purpose. If you found value in this podcast, share it with someone you believe will benefit from listening to this podcast. And remember, you have unlimited potential. Own it. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care.